and welcome to the University of Arizona's Biomedical Engineering Graduate Interdisciplinary Program, or U of A's BME Gidp for short. My name is Alice Sweeto, and I will be your host for a brief tour of the department, including the facilities, faculty, and students, who will tell you about their experiences with the program and the Tucson metropolitan community. But first, let's meet Department Chairman, Professor Ted Truard. Hi, Dr. Truard. Can you tell us a bit about the biomedical engineering program here at the University of Arizona?
Yeah. As you know, biomedical engineering spans the disciplines of engineering and medicine and biology and science. And our graduate interdisciplinary program sits at the interface of the colleges of engineering and medicine to really give our students a thorough training and research experiences in application of engineering principles to biomedicine.
In that case, what areas of research can students take part in?
There's a wide variety of research going on at the University of Arizona. We have a medical school and a college of engineering that are in the same location, and so that allows students to take part in research projects ranging from biomedical imaging to cardiovascular imaging to neurosciences to biomechanics. Graduate mentors can come from colleges of engineering, science, or medicine. So we have some students can be mentored by MDs that are working in a clinical department. They can also be mentored by faculty in the colleges of engineering or sciences. Often students are co-mentored between two of these groups to give a translational aspect to their work.
I'm now in the lab of Dr. Yoon, professor in both agricultural and biosystems engineering, as well as in the BME program. Here I have Robin Sweeney, a second-year grad student in our program, who will take us on a walking tour of the lab.
In this lab, we have a large variety of projects and students from a variety of backgrounds. We have students from biology, microbiology, chemistry, agriculture and biosystems engineering, and of course, the BME Gidp. A recent project that we've done is miniaturizing a PCR device for DNA amplification. The point of this is to be able to use a smartphone for detection in the field and to get faster results. This device has been used for things such as Ebola detection, endocarditis detection. It can really be used for a variety of infection diagnostics. Going with the interdisciplinary theme in our lab, we also have students interested in contaminant detection for water quality. A project that I've worked a lot on myself is the use of smartphones and a paper microfluidic platform for bacterial infection diagnosis.
We are developing biosensors. And actually, we are doing biosensing from A to Z. So we can do medical diagnostics, we can do food safety, we can do water safety, and we can do environmental monitoring, and then public health, and then influenza, malaria, anything you can imagine.
Finally, let's talk to some of the graduate students about their experience during their stay here. I'm here with Mike Valdez, a graduate student in his final year and about to graduate. Mike, how was your experience in the BME Gidp program?
Hi Alice. My experience has been terrific. My project is really about delivering drugs to the brain. And I do that with a relatively new technique with ultrasound and microbubbles. And I quantify how much drug I expect to get into the brain with MRI.
I'd now like to introduce you to Jeff Watson, a third-year graduate student. Jeff, what does Tucson and the surrounding community have to offer?
You know, Tucson is such a great city. It's roughly 500,000 people, and what's so fantastic about that is it gives you the large city size of benefits of the stores around and things to do, but it has that small city feel where the culture itself kind of really is strong here, and that is such a wonderful thing about Tucson. There's a lot of things around for Tucson that has to offer as well, such as anything from the artsy background, where every second Saturday we have the art walk downtown where you have live music and you can go hang out. Or if you're more of an outdoor enthusiast, you can also take a short 30-minute drive up the mountain in any direction of Tucson and go for hiking or mountain biking or even road biking if that's your fancy.
There are a couple of key reasons why I chose the BME GIDP at the University of Arizona. First of all, coming from New York, I was looking for a completely different climate and environment, and Arizona being warm all year was definitely attractive. Another big reason for me to choose the BME GIDP at the University of Arizona is that when I was applying to graduate school, I really didn't know what research I wanted to do or what exact area of biomedical engineering I wanted to end up in. So the variety of projects and different areas I could end up into made me feel like I could leave my options open and end up where I wanted to be.
We hope this video has given you an introduction to our department and our community.
When you look at problem solving from an engineering standpoint, it can be applied to almost anything.
I think one of the most interesting things about the U of A is that the faculty members have so many diverse interests. It really prepares you for lifelong learning and impact in lots of different areas.
I became interested in building diagnostics and monitors from being out in the environment a lot. We have a disposable with a reader that we've recently created.
What we can do here inside this box in 30 seconds is equivalent to a lab full of equipment that takes them several days to do.
We had to have some specialty in optics to put it together. Just a very interdisciplinary project.
It's not so many different areas of engineering anymore, but more different kinds of applications of engineers working together to solve big problems, and that's a lot of fun.
There's a real entrepreneurial spirit here. People have freedom to go out and start new activities, start new ideas.
So if you're an experimentalist like myself, you're going to appreciate the fact that we have all the equipment, tools, and expertise that would allow you to discover and create new materials.
A lot of the work that we do here combines many modern experimental techniques. My expectations are for the efforts that I'm working on now will likely be applied to systems in 20, 30 years in the future.
In my particular laboratory, we study collagen and elastin. We've started to look at vessels, aneurysms, the vocal fold, and even now into growing tissues.
My main focus is all about the cells. It's kind of a trial and error stuff and a lot of reading and many experiments.
Taking traditional things like mechanics or biomechanical engineering and fusing them with advanced optics, advanced imaging can really make a huge step in advancing knowledge.
I love the university because the classes, the quality of the professors is incredible. I feel lucky. I feel lucky to be here and learn a lot, have a bunch of resources everywhere.
The opportunities here are unparalleled.
The graduate students that have worked on our team in the past 10 years have been able to do full-scale testing in our laboratory here. They've been able to go to some of the largest facilities in the world.
I was made in charge of doing instrumentation and the videos and cameras and everything, which was my first time, and it was really a nice experience for me.
The nice thing about graduate education here at the U of A is students are often driving the car, and the advisor is the co-pilot.
You get to be a part of the research. It's not something you just get to take a part of. You get to own your piece of it.
The support here has been outstanding. They provided me with the research opportunity to do exactly what I wanted to do.
I always tell my graduate students that you're ready to graduate, you have made it, when you are known for who you are, not just a certain professor's graduate student. I personally, with the classes that I teach, get a lot of emails from companies looking for outstanding graduates.
People from NASA are calling, people from Air Force Research Lab are calling, people from Honeywell are calling, asking when my next student is graduating.
I was offered a job with BAE Systems. They're located all across the country and internationally as well. It's one thing I've really benefited from here in this lab is that I've been able to talk to other PhD students and master's students and come away with 1,000 different ideas.
We are from different countries like Turkey, India, China.
Literally people from everywhere.
I actually call my job sometimes, or I call our experiences here, I really call it the crossroads of the world, because all these students bring in these experiences and it really makes the class and the research and the dynamic much better.
I really wanted to develop my PhD in a foreign country. I think it's important for us not only as a researcher or a professional, but also as a person. The University of Arizona is a kind of a pioneer in this area of research that is aquaponics, so integrating aquaculture with agriculture. So I realized that, no, this is the place. I have to go there.
Tucson and the University of Arizona is historically known for controlled environment research. Since the 1960s, they've been doing it. When the opportunity came that they were enhancing an existing program in controlled environments, I jumped at it.
My idea of a desert was like sand dunes, pyramids, thirsty explorers,
But that's not what Tucson's like at all. It's really sort of a breathtaking place. It feels like a small town that has 1 million people in it, but you still run into people that you know.
Do you see a lot of school spirit?
It's a really cool place and I love it.
It's a fantastic place to be. It's a place where you're going to learn those skills that you need to be successful through your entire career.